when you got into this role, what did you get to watch or see the cutscenes or whatever the moments from the original? How did you get to prepare for this role?
Yeah, it was very interesting situation because they never told me who the guy was. Originally I was auditioning for many other roles, and this is like 3 years ago, and they made me audition for some smaller roles because I guess there was a prototype going on where they wanted to shoot in Vancouver, but I think they wanted to test the studio here. Long story short, they wanted to do like a demo for the game, and that's when I met Steve, our director, and I read for one of the Ganados is attacking Leon with an axe, and I did that, and then they made me do a bunch of different videos of me speaking about random stuff for my accent, and then I read for Luis. I auditioned for Luis, and then eventually, man, they were like, let's just get this guy to reach for this one now. And then they sent me this audition for Salazar, which it didn't say Salazar. They changed all the names. So I had no clue yet that it was Resident Evil. Believe it or not, I had no clue. So I was like, okay. And they give me a bit of a description. Unusually small stature, young man, Castilian from an old castle in Spain. Follower of a cult, and he thinks it's a precious being since birth, and that's all I got. Wow. So then when I prepped for it, I did the audition, and I guess I got my callback, and then I found out about it, and then I panicked because I was like, oh my God, the OG actor is, his voice and everything, it was so amazing. And I'm like, how am I pull this off? It's like, he's like legendary, like everyone... as you said, it was a little bit annoying for some people. For some people, it was amazing, but it was just such a memorable character that it just stood out. And I'm like, oh, and I have to like come up with something equally, if not better, but it's like, I gotta come up with something that is gonna be like, all right, yeah, you're kind of there.
Yeah.
And it was tough and challenging, man. Like just the voice work, it goes up and down. And originally, I watched a lot of his cutscenes on YouTube, thinking that they wanted me to be close to the original. Mm-hmm. And when I get to the studio, Stevie said, no. Actually, we don't want it to be similar to the original. So just do whatever you want to do.
Wow.
But I kind of like the whole changing his voice when depending his emotions, right? So, and then that's what I did. And when I did it in the studio, Nick was like, Steve was like, like that. I literally went in, did the audition. He told me, I can work with that. And that's all he said. And I got the role. But when I go home, I'm like, all right, what am I supposed to do? What's the voice that he actually liked? I had no clue. So then, I had literally 3 months of prep. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go and do my thing. And then I remember being like super scared because I see Nick, Leon there. I see Ashley. And they're like, all right, man, this is your first scene, your introduction. And I'm like, I'm literally dying inside of excitement, but also I was scared. And I was like, man, don't shit the bed. And that was it. And I did it. And Steve gave me the look like, I like that. And that was it.